Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Short boot, take it at the 21. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general. Now a play fake here on first down. And his first pass is incomplete. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And right away, he lost the football. But I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was. And they'll keep possession of the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They go play action here on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that, he said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw him on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
Carolina getting set to take the field. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. And to give this time to the tailback. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
To throw on 2nd down. Levy. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Here to his running back. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not their thing, but they can't just throw it on every single down without expecting some real heat from the pass rush.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. Now they'll run on the draw. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Operating from the gun. Levy. And that is incomplete. Now here's the Panthers special teams unit to try a field goal for 3. This a 33-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So the folks here in the stands this afternoon, they're happy about that one. Their guys get the early advantage after the opening drive field goal.
And they should be happy. Their guys look good getting down the field, and that's got to give them hope that good things are in store here today.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Short boot, taken at the 21. And now running right through it. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for them, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big. But sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz. And even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
So the defense gets to the quarterback. Now the offense backed up on 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And the Panthers bring in their nickel set as they try to defend here on 3rd down.
5 defensive backs.
Here we go. 3-19.
He'll drop to throw. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
I think the training and practice broke down on that play because he simply didn't run the route deep enough to get to the 1st down marker, despite what was a really nice catch and toe tap on the sideline.
Yeah, that's 3rd down 101. You got to go to the marker, know where it is. Oh, the Panthers come hard and they block it. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers.
Partners, you well know every block punt wasn't necessarily a called block. Sometimes the guy just finds his way back there. Doesn't matter. The play happened, and that one turned into 6 points because they handled it so well after the block.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And out now, here come the Bengals. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. First down, he'll drop to throw. And some space here. And avoids the contact by sliding. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati first down. To throw here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. And now for the first time, we get a look at this defense that was very stout last week.
And all they expect to do is continue what they did a week ago. Play terrific defense and not permit that offense to get started.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. They'll look to throw here. And he slings one that's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily, fell incomplete. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Back to throw now on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. So the D gets the sack on first, and now it brings up second down. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. It's a solid pickup, 8 yards, but work still to do now on third and goal.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
Yeah, as an offensive coordinator, if you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work. But in his defense, this has been a stifling defense so far. So they've got to start finding a way to unlock them as this game goes on.
This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
First down, Levy, and Corliss with it over the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Second down now after the pass completion.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Looking to throw. Levy. It's Corliss here with a grab. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Let's go.
Throwing on first down. Levy, he's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Takes this to the 45. Not much space after that broken tackle. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll make it a second down. 1 quarter in the books. 10-3 the score. We're back to Uptown Charlotte after this timeout. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out. Off play action. Levy. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Back to throw. Levy. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This is taken at the 18. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected, because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. The play fake. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be a second down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the capper, a 19-yard touchdown run. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And that should give his guys a spark. He's up all the way to the 44-yard line.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Carolina getting set to take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, second and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Nothing flashy there. The slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys because it's a quick play. And you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch. And then he's able to absorb the contact to complete it.
First and 10. Levy throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Here we go. Green, 39.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all.
Taking it right down Broadway. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the second interception in the first half.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Green, 39. Green, 39.
They'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. He'll look to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 18 yards on each of the last two plays, and they're picking up big chunks now. They'll run it now out of the gun. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance. Reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Let's go. Green, 19.
Now back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
And to give this time to the tailback. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Larry Ridley will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. They'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. This is intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Charles, when plays like that work, it's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see why they're very deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been in practice and heard all the other guys chirping about, you know, I used to play quarterback in high school, I can do this, until it becomes a game situation. Not quite the same in many cases.
Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just in a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Second down now after the incompletion. Throwing again. Levy. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Levy. And he comes back with one complete. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. First down, Levy. And he's got his man on the out route. Now before the 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as he'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout. And now we're set to get going. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
They'll step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
Throwing on first down. Levy. Looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. Looking to throw on second down. Levy, and incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. The Panthers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Now let's go.
Operating from the gun. Levy. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Hot.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And the lead is up to 14. So that drive goes 8 plays. And Carolina scores to cap it off. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now a handoff as they run left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. His throw incomplete. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we send you down to Orlando where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Panthers are up right now and are looking to keep up the pressure moving forward. The Bengals just want to come out after the half and claw their way back into the game. Here we go. Let's do this. Here's your first half highlights. Bengals opening the game on offense. Broken coverage here on the pass play, and he'll be tackled at their own 44-yard line. First and 10. Little's found on the quick pass, and he won't be brought down until he makes it to the 38-yard line. Bengals still on the field. He'll fend off the tackle with a stiff arm, and a quick three-play drive ends with a score. Score now tied at 2. 3rd and 7. Levy's gonna find his mark, and that goes as a 26-yard touchdown. Panthers up by a touchdown. 4th down, inches to go. Panthers defense forces the turnover. Now following the pick, Levy's on target here. This play goes for a score. Lead now at 14. That'll do it from here in Orlando. Let's get you up to North Carolina for the second half with Brandon and Charles. Gents.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I feel like you can take the spirit away from another.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
A near turnover, but the offense recovers it. Now they'll try to regroup on second. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 5 yards gets him back near the original line of scrimmage as they'll be left with a 3rd and long.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back from the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. here to his running back. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll set up a throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. And they're on 3rd and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation, you're handing it to the fullback, right? As we evolve, maybe you pitched it to your tailback. Now you spread the field, and you have your choices of where to throw it and complete it for a first down.
On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They're going to look to throw. And some room to maneuver. Dances by at the 20. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And give him a gain of 37. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Here's Bullock now for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 24-17. That time a 6-play drive, and it ends with a Bengals score. Bullock out now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
And he finds a man with a crossing route. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Looking to throw. Levy. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Off the play fake. Levy. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and forever.
Now let's go. 3-19.
From the gun, Levy. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Carolina. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. And certainly not the greatest of kicks there. This one will be down inside their own 40-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Do you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down.
All right, here we go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Offense.
So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Elsewhere at Arrowhead there in the 3rd quarter. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And to give this time to the tailback. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Here we go now. Blue landing.
To throw on second down. Levy. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. He got 29 yards that time. On 1st and 10, Levy. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Play action. Levy. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. A good pickup there at 22.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. First down, Levy. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Looking to throw on second down. Levy out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Operating from the gun, Levy. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Now they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A good pickup there, a 22. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Offense staying ahead of the chains here, 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And it's caught at the 7-yard line. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1 that was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air, because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
A drive that time of 6 plays, and it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind, it's getting back to the hot start, because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes around him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, you know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Throwing on first down. Levy, he's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything the defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Off the play fake. Levy. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun. Levy. And this is going to be incomplete. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And this one is right down the middle. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And here comes a big tight end as he gets set for this next drive. And this is how the game has trended for him numbers-wise. He's really picked it up. And I got to be honest, I don't know schematically. This is where I need you. What does the defense need to do to get back to that start that they had on him?
You've got to harass him early in his route. Right off the line of scrimmage, someone needs to be there. So it's not what we call a free release where he just gets into the route so easily. Because once he builds up momentum and speed, forget it, you're done. Knock him off of that, chip away at his timing, and then make sure you have a second person there in the vicinity as well. Too big and too strong usually for one person to handle.
Gun. They'll look to throw. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Back to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it second down. And with his size coming out of the backfield, usually takes more than an arm tackle to get him down. That's why they like to get him involved in the passing game.
No doubt about it. You saw him running that angle route there and catching the ball. And with his size, not often thought to have hands, but we're hearing that more and more. Guys are doing a better job of catching the ball at any size coming out of the backfield because they need to be a full part of the offense.
But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Here we go. Green, 39.
They'll look to throw. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be second down. Now the Bengals urging everybody to get back to the line of scrimmage. doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. Third down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And onto the field, here come the Panthers. They have the 3-point lead. Defense did their job. Now, late game, although it looks good, you know the coaches, they haven't counted this as a victory yet.
I agree with you totally. Big applause for the defense, but no one is taking their headset off on the sidelines. They don't believe this game is over. The offense has to close this one out by taking care of the football.
They'll try to close it out now. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now a handoff as they run left side. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Panthers on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 9. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Carolina. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. Taking it about the 16. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
He's back to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And down he'll go at the 25. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. To throw now on 2nd and 10. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete. They still need one completion for field goal range.
And just think about what they're going over in the huddle right now. Make the catch, get out of bounds. That's going to be tough to do. So make the catch, get up to the line of scrimmage, and clock it to have one last shot.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
And they give this time to the tailback. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call.
Illegal blocking the ball. Offense.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Panthers are going to win the football game. So that's the second time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right.